Hey guys, how you going? I had to do this one. I read this and I laughed. I couldn't help myself. So I thought I would read it to you guys to lighten the situation up because we know it's all getting a bit serious at the moment. So I thought I'd lighten it up with this. It's from the Liberty Beacon. Man not friends with Jeffrey Epstein exposed. Snub dignitary of the subject of new Panorama documentary. This is satire, okay? So it's a joke. Ever since Jeffrey Epstein killed himself by orchestrating his own murder, it has emerged that the famed businessman, who operated a charity that donated little boys and girls to needy oligarchs, politicians and other degenerates, was personal friends with everybody in this planet's senior management echelons. Or at least that was the assumption until an in-depth investigation by Interpol was tasked with tracking down individuals with morals and other undesirable traits. The purpose was to eliminate them from inquiries, so as to arrive at a list of suspects with a motive to cause Epstein to kill himself in a way identical to being murdered. The list would then be passed on to the relevant agencies so that the suspects could then be persuaded to run themselves over with their own car on the freeway, swallow a live hand grenade, stand at the Stratford end wearing a Manchester City scarf, or other popular methods of suicide made to look like murder in the traditional manner. This would further spare the planet the agony of having to see evidence of wrongdoing and proof of degeneracy and cause people to conclude, erroneously, that it is probably a bad idea to allow rich people to be exempt from minor, piddling laws such as those forbidding child molestation and human trafficking. After all, their lives are hard and thankless enough as it is, without denying them the right to let their hair or trousers down. Months of scrutinising millions of intelligence files, phone records, photographs, emails, credit card statements and gossip column innuendo, however, at first failed to eliminate anyone. The investigation could not find a member of the global political corporate elite guilty of not being chummy with Epstein. The list of suspects consequently remained at a mere 140,000 people. No one was guilty of not visiting his quaintly named Isle di Pedo or turning down an invitation to his famed lavish orgies in which no scruple was spared in the effort to enable careworn ministers, corporate oligarchs and other movers and shakers to lay themselves open to blackmail for the rest of their lives. It is broadly recognised among the world's very best people that sexual perversion and lack of morals are the mark of genetic superiority and vital for the smooth running of any aristocracy genetically endowed with the ability to act like criminals and get away with it. After all, if it was good enough for the decline of the Roman Empire, then it's certainly good enough for us. And blackmail is, as everybody knows, an essential pillar of the New World disorder, so favoured by Satan and other global benefactors. Eventually, though, the investigating team was able to track down a government official who had never met Epstein, never visited his island, and incredibly was never invited to one of his orgies. We are able to name and shame him here. His name is Marmaduke Bim, the Minister for Paperclips of the small Central African nation of Asongo Bongo. He is the subject of a new soon-to-be-aired Panorama documentary entitled A Man Ignored, Living Without Guilt. The documentary reveals his harrowing personal account of what it was like never to have known Jeffrey Epstein and his personal hurt and shame at never being invited to any of his orgies. A preview of the documentary shows a tearful Bim describing the psychological scars that resulted from being completely left out and the loneliness of never having been caught on tape with his trousers down. Oh, guys, I laughed when I read that the first time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. It is satire. It is a joke. And I know it's sort of a horrible thing to be joking about, but look, we need some lightness in this. This is terrible. And that was something that made me laugh. So I thought I would share it with you, and hopefully it made you have a little giggle. I mean, wrong in all the wrong ways, but I mean, I hope it made you have a little giggle at the idiocracy of it all. That feels like what we're living in. We're living in idiocracy, where people are still asleep and just listen to the TV, and the rest of us are awake going, guys, hello? Anyway. Okay, guys, I hope you get as much enjoyment out of that as I did. It was a bit of light in the dark. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll have my other update to the Australian fires up shortly. I'm trying to put 2 videos together, so it might not be up till the morning. It's night time here now. It's 8:23 p.m. It may be up tonight, but if not, it'll be in the morning. Okay, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.